Good morrow, friends. We got the chess piece last night. It ain't she pretty. What an outrageous piece of gear. So many legacy mods, dude. So, I recall the last things that I needed was like increased armor on a flask, which I was just waiting for like an Andrew to come along that had one for sale. Diamond, Quicksilver. What's my Quicksilver? Quicksilver's Legacy, bro. 350. Hmm. $350 div on a flask, dude. And it's just outrageous to think about, but it's like the last thing I need. It's that, and then like I want to get. I was thinking about exalting on increased energy shield onto these boots, and then corrupting them. But I might just corrupt them. But they're also 20%, so maybe we get better boots. These boots kind of suck. I mean, they're good, don't get me wrong, but obviously they're good. 20% quality though? What a cringe moment, dude. What an unfortunate thing. Let me see if I can get a different flask for movement speed. Speed during effect. 30% increased effect. Cost me 100 div. They're all Quicksilvers. They're all Quicksilvers. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Okay. 350. All right. I'll do it. If he invites, that is. And if you don't, then shit out of luck, I guess. Not true. We can do this bismuth flask if we wanted to. I'd rather do a granite because I'm more likely to transition that to other builds, right? I am more likely to then put that on another flask or like another build if I were to ever do another build versus a bismuth flask. 400 divines down the piss and drain for a fucking granite flask with increased armor. It is a perfect, universally perfect. We'll take it. Let's see what that even does. 95 to 113. All right. I mean, that was, 20,000 armor. Nothing to sneeze at. Probably was worth it. So I swapped to Harbinger farming because I ran out of scarabs and I didn't feel like farming scarabs yet. So I'm going to keep doing that. I was farming plateau maps. Right here. Okay. And I had, yeah, some good maps. Good enough. All right. So, yeah, as long as there's no reflect, my build and no regen, my build seems to do it just fine. Even if it has something like, 76% less cooldown recovery, it's not going to look pretty, but it's doable. 15k energy shield is ridiculous, dude. Who needs that much energy shield? I say as I've died with 8k energy shield. Oh, I did not bring in scrolls. Why playing standard? Because I felt like it. I'm taking a league break. I wanted to play my standard build for a league, so I don't really have like I didn't really have the time at the start of the league to go hard on league start. And Necropolis League didn't interest me even in the slightest, so just kind of felt like doing standard. I drop oh. It's hoping for a scarab there. So this Atlas strategy is half Harbinger, half scarab farming, but mainly Harbinger. Just because I was curious to see how good it was. I heard the dopamine goes crazy when you hit like a fracturing shard. So I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. But then, of course, you also get the Harbinger that's just going to give you orbs of alchemy. Oops. I've been playing a lot of Last Epoch lately, so I was playing that when the League came out. I was really far behind on ever getting started on League Start. That being said, who knows? But Diablo 4 Season 4 is a month away, and I've still got things I want to do on Last Epoch, so... I was thinking about making a video on Diablo 4 just because people have this way of being really dead set on a mentality of like it has to be this way and nothing can change their mind. I feel like that happened with Diablo 4. I have a video that I released like a year ago. Maybe not a year ago, maybe like 8 months ago. It was a while ago, but it was about how after, it was maybe a week after Diablo 4 came out, I started to notice the cracks in the game, the flaws in it, and the reasons why Diablo 4 wasn't a good game. And I talked about it online on my channel, and I got ridiculed for it in the comments. People were like saying like D4 is one of the best ARPGs to ever come out. D4 is this, D4 is that. It's great, it's great, it's great. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not seeing it. And now it's like wherever you look, it's just D4 bad, D4 dead, D4 crap, you know? And I'm just like, oh, okay, so did I full clear? It became a thing of like, oh, so I was right. And everyone was just like barking insults at me because of herd mentality. So I was thinking like, when did everyone shift their mindset? What caused that? And would people's mindset shift again, or would they be stubborn, stuck on the negative aspect now? That the game was bad enough to the point, or I guess the PR was bad enough, because it's not that Diablo 4 is a bad game. It's just that it's not like, it doesn't go deep enough to hold people there for very long. It doesn't have a lot of retention value. But I'm curious to see if I made a video explaining how D4 could actually be a good game again after the Season 4 release comes out. If people would bark insults at me in the opposite direction this time. If it's a lose-lose type deal. But also just the idea of like, dude, games can redeem themselves. If enough effort goes into it, games can redeem themselves. We've seen it before with like games like No Man's Sky and stuff like that, where they have horrible launches. Their game gets refunded, returned, it falls apart, blah, blah, blah. People hate it. And then they add a massive update to the game that completely flips the script. And I think that Season 4 for Diablo 4 might be that turning point. But yeah, I was gonna make a video on it at some point. I just didn't want to make it today because I was too lazy. A bit tired today. Did not get a lot of sleep. Dude, scarabs are cool, but picking all these up, man. Oh my lord. Love the new scarabs, but they're just everywhere. They fill inventory so quickly because there's so many different ones. Hey Hazard, what's going on, man? We're doing Harby Farm for 20 maps. And then I'm going to do scarab farming for a while, I think. This is kind of a mix between scarab farming and Harpy farming because the Atlas just literally doesn't have enough support for Harbingers. Rip. Well, it's a good thing that you want to work. Means you got a good job, dude. A job you look forward to doing is a job worth keeping. I need monies. Yeah. You paid hourly, yeah. It's interesting that your job doesn't have like clock in, clock out hours. Like just about every job, and again, I don't know where you're from, but just about every job in America, for the most part, jobs pay hourly, but then they also have set hours you work. Even if there's not a lot of work, you still go in and clock in, and then you just don't do anything at work and get paid for it. A lot of people, like programmers and stuff, what they'll do is they'll get all their work done ahead of time, ahead of schedule. And they'll have a lot of off time. That's why like you find a lot of programmers and stuff hang out around live streams, is because they have all this time spent in work doing nothing. So they're just like at their job, like trying to burn time. And so they'll go hop in a stream. Can't leech for free, unfortunately. Yeah. Typically, leeching is common in full-time jobs. In America, at least. It's not every job, but it's most. There are jobs that are like on call though. But on-call jobs are typically salary based, so you get paid the same amount per year no matter what. Unreliable income can be a hard thing to manage, especially if you're an employee and not the owner of the company. Like, it makes sense that if you own a company, or that if you're doing like a solo endeavor or something, that you would have unreliable hours. But if you're like the employee, I feel like unreliable hours is not something it's very common because that can just lead to some pretty bad life sustainability or job security, you know? Scale AI and some other AI models. Oh yeah, I remember you work remote though. Actual company is in the U.S. Yeah, so that's the thing that United States will do. United States companies like to do is they'll hire people overseas so that they can do one of two things: pay less than minimum wage or pay for unconventional hours. Yeah. They do both, trust me. Yeah. Yep. Not surprised. It's like 90% of American companies these days, dude, if they're outsourcing. Otherwise, there's no benefit to hiring outside the country. You go to a work pool. Oh, I see. I used to work for a company like that. I did. I created social media posts for small businesses. And it was like a big company that like ran that like steered the ship of like which companies were getting the service to get these social media posts. And then there was just a bunch of freelance people within the like work pool, and you just like, as jobs became available or as companies needed posts, they would like they would add them to a list, and it was like first come first serve. Whoever could grab them would be the person who got paid for them, and then you get paid per post. But long story short, it was unreliable. Yeah, finding work's tough, man. Even if you get to work for sure, it still pays my bills and gives me fuck you money. Well, that's good, dude. Yeah, if I recall, you were saying that the country that you live in, like the American dollar, goes a long way, right? $1 is 32 Turkish euros. You can imagine, or liras. Sorry. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Wonder how much money you'd have to make in America to pay sustainably for a Turkish living. Like, like how much US dollars would you need to pay for a... Actually, you would probably know this, bro. Hazard, how much money in United States dollars would I need to never have to work a day in my life in Turkey? Why is this lagging so bad? What the heck? Mind the frame rate. I don't know what's happening. I think it was just the encounter. Weird. Like, yeah. Yep, exactly. Like, if I just got bulk American dollars and brought it all to Turkey to never have to work, how much would I need? Rent or buy a place? Let's say buy a place. Let's say no car. All right. Yeah, most likely a city. Yep, not Istanbul. Yeah, no. Something pleasant. Something where I'm not gonna get trampled. This is all hypothetical. I don't think I'd ever move to Turkey, but... Alright, Ankara it is. This sounds great. Oh, I'm not setting this to Harbinger. God damn it. Well... I'm curious, just how scammed are we getting in America, dude? Around $125,000. It's a really nice apartment. You would spend like 10K on buying furniture and everything. $125,000 to buy a really nice place, you're saying? That's crazy. Oh my god. You know how much that costs in America, dude? Holy shit. If you were to get the same thing, a nice apartment in New York, let's say a nice 3 room, 1 bedroom, 2 bathroom apartment in New York would cost you like $1 million. It would probably cost you like a good 400,000 to 500,000 just for the apartment alone, if I'm being honest. Maybe more depending on location. Some locations, literally some apartments go for $1 million. $100-ish? Yeah. Electricity is $300 by itself for one per person, typically. Just electricity, $300 a month. Yeah, $300 on food a month. It's typically I'd say closer to 500 a month on food in America. It's crazy, man. Price of freedom, I guess. Put more salt into my wound. No, dude, I'm kidding. But I'm mainly being sarcastic because I don't feel free in this country. Yeah. Yeah, no, honestly, like, I've seen stuff on TV about Turkey and stuff. It seems like a nice country. Pleasant, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like unless you're living in the United Kingdom or Canada these days, you have economic issues, though. Like, man, and you know, I'm sure United Kingdom has its own bounty of issues, but the parliament system seems to keep the economy in check pretty nicely. Well, yeah, and America has both of those. Gang violence and random murder in America is so damn common. Is disgusting. Random acts of violence is like a daily American thing. It's a crazy story for you. Yeah, dude. You wonder why I'm so freaking locked in my room all the time, dude. It's the reason I don't go out much. Because there's freaking dangerous people out there. It's like commonplace for danger in America. You live in every life on the edge. It's a lot. But ugh. Here's a crazy story for you. A good friend of mine, imagine dying randomly walking down the street because some R word have guns. Yeah, dude. There's I actually literally read a news story last night of a lady who said that God told her. So this lady from Florida, um, thankfully I moved out of Florida, but this lady in Florida was, she said that she got a message from God.
Ritual is complete.
Oh, thanks, Dom. Dom, did you hear about this story? Florida woman shoots people on the highway because God told her to because of the eclipse. Yeah, no, a lady went on a killing spree on the edge of a highway in Florida because quote unquote God told her to because the eclipse was happening. Yeah. Yeah, it's insane. I was also Dom. I was just about to tell this story. So Dom knows this story too. Friend of mine, he was spending a night at his girlfriend's place, and his car was parked on the side of the road, like in a parking spot, and it got totaled by a drunk driver who just was driving through town, totaled his car, right? Later, he finds out it was his uncle that did it. And so, and it was on his birthday. So on my friend's birthday, his car got totaled by his uncle who was drunk driving, right? He brings him to court. They didn't have enough proof to put him in jail. He walks free, right? Man walks free on a totaled hit and run. Maybe a few weeks later, man who should have been arrested goes on another bender and is drunk driving again, kills the same guy, kills a pedestrian who's just walking down the street, just completely runs him over. And it was that same guy, my friend's uncle. And it's just crazy that, like, yeah, it's crazy stuff, man. Because God told me to is an argument that none of us could ever win because it's an end of the road statement. Does it again, but worse. Dom, you know who I'm talking about, right? Obviously. Yeah. Freaking can't believe it, dude. When he told me that story, I thought that was the wildest thing I've ever heard, man. Your friend's drunk ass uncle on your birthday annihilates your vehicle and then goes and commits manslaughter weeks later. Oh yeah, it was tragic. It's crazy too because I remember that day, dude, my mom coming up to me and being like, "Hey, did you see someone around our area got hit by a speeding car that was just like got hit by a drunk driver while just like walking." The guy was like 56 years old and doing just like minding his own business, going for a jog. And I was like, "Yeah, I did hear about that." And you know what? That's like my friend's uncle. And my mom was like, "No way, that's his uncle." I was like, "Yeah, it was crazy." I think I full cleared. Why do these things happen in the first place? What causes people to act like this? Typically turmoil, stress, a reason to escape. Typically people just drink to escape, right? Because something in their life is going wrong. And then once you drink, once you're drunk, like all responsibility goes out the window and it starts becoming all about whatever's in your heart of hearts to do. So if you want to, like, if you're smashed and you decide, you know what, I want a bag of Cheetos right now, man's gonna drunkenly carry himself to his vehicle and go get a bag of Cheetos. Yeah, well, yeah, there's a way to drink responsibly. And then there's alcoholism. Alcoholism's commonplace in America, dude. It's no matter where you look. You look at a pack of 100 people, I guarantee you like 5 to 10 people in that pack of 100 have been on an alcoholic bender in their life. And I guarantee you out of 100 people, at least 2 or 3 of them are full-blown alcoholics. Yeah, exactly. It's typically life circumstances that lead them to that position where they think that there's no way out of it, and so they do whatever they can to numb the pain. Why is this like that red color? Is that because it's tier 1 fizz? No, it's tier 4 fizz. What the hell? This thing's junk. Cause 6 link? It is a 6 link. To remove accountability is interesting way of thinking about it, Dom. I always thought it was just because people just try to find a way to escape reality so that they don't have to face their own responsibilities, you know? Yeah, I guess it could definitely go both ways, no doubt. Crazy stuff. Oh, Dom, I was looking, by the way, remember how I said I was looking into the idea of opening up a card store or like a hobby shop? I looked deeper into it and it doesn't look like a good idea. Mainly because of Amazon. Hard to understand without being there in their shoes. Yeah, exactly. It's always a different circumstance, right? America just breeds those circumstances, which is unfortunate. Hey, Ragson. They're no less victims themselves of their own actions. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Once you drink yourself to a blackout state, like, you're literally a loose cannon at that point. Your body does what it wants and you have no control over it. It only acts on impulse, disoriented impulse. Something ridiculous. It's no way I did that or it wasn't me. And that screams to me removing accountability. Yeah, for sure. There's definitely that side of it too. Crazy stuff, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, yeah. So for like a hobby shop, I heard Amazon is going to make my life hard. So I was like, maybe I don't do that. And just go find a job or something, dude. I've just been out of work for so long. I'm concerned about my resume, getting me a job, you know? What about just buying and selling online? Not a bad idea. You know what's crazy? I knew a guy from Japan. So I met a guy through Path of Exile that was from Japan, but he was Canadian. So he was Canadian that moved to Japan. And he bought Magic the Gathering card packs at wholesale prices, opened the packs, and then sold the cards individually on TCG Player. And apparently he made money doing that, and like decent money doing that too. Like it was a full-time living for him for a while. Yeah, drop shipping's hard, dude. If you want to move to Turkey, I'm a really good cook and can do house chores well. Noted hazard. Yeah, if I ever decide to move to Turkey, you'll be the first to know. These monoliths lag the crap out of me. I've noticed. You can always buy in person for cheaper and sell online too. Yeah. Yeah, I could just buy package and sell things. Invest into vending machines. Vending machines have fallen out of use. I don't know. I haven't seen a vending machine in a long time unless it's in a hotel. And even then, they're the ones in the hotels are like, I feel like never used anymore. People just would rather just order a pizza. MTG pack vending machines? Dude, think about it. Arcade machines? Maybe casino machines. The only arcade in America that's still around really is Dave and Buster's and Chuck E. Cheese's. They have a place called Batman there? What the hell? Oh yeah, we do have barcades, but what I should do is learn the stock market, dude. I'm being honest with you. Go into my Discord real quick. All right, 1 second. All right, I'm in.
Yo,
Yo.
I have a quick rant. You said stocks, and it has me on a quick rant.
Okay.
Okay. Dude, when I tell you, you can literally trade stock for stock with Nancy Pelosi and be up 75% on every trade, it is insane.
Well, why aren't you doing that then?
Because I'm broke as fuck.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm not broke, so I could.
There's
Look.
I see videos all the time of people who make like an automated trading system that automatically picks up and sells stocks when Nancy Pelosi does and people of Congress do, because they all have like the winningest stock portfolios in the US.
Where can you find information on that though?
It's all open information. I have to look where you can find it. Hold on. There's literally, you can type it on Google, Nancy Pelosi stock tracker, and the first link is literally a play-by-play stock trades.
Whimsy's saying
all of her
that
wins.
Whimsy's saying that you only see that with a 2-month delay.
No, this last trade was March 4th.
Yeah, it was a month and 6 days ago, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean yeah. She might not have traded since, but all of her wins are 60% plus. 73%, 76%, 44%, 11%.
Isn't it crazy how every politician in America is rich? Do you ever think about that?
Her salary per year from Congress is like less than $200,000, but her net worth is 189 million.
Yeah, dude. So doesn't that seem a little fishy? And that's not just her either. That's like I mean, she's one of the notorious ones, but yeah, most Congress people.
Yep. Yeah. Dude, it's insane. It's actually insane. Apple, PNW, Nvidia, Microsoft.
I can't blame them either for doing it, because let's be real, dude. These days, you kind of have to if you want to get anywhere in life.
See, where you lose me, where like laws for trading and stuff, you lose me, right? If a player in a sport can't bet on futures, for their future games, like you know how like
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
let's say
yeah,
the
yeah.
Red Sox is in the World
Yeah,
Series.
yeah. They call it there used to be a thing in esports
There's
about
a
that.
name. Yeah,
There,
there's a name for it.
well,
If they can't do that, then Nancy Pelosi shouldn't be able to bet on futures for companies she can put into the fucking ground.
yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense.
There was a story of there was a Dota 2 team, esports team, that esports betted on their own game, and then they threw the game. The guy bet like
Yeah.
$322 and then threw the game, which is like a hilariously low amount of money to throw a whole esports game over. But it went down in history as a meme in the Dota 2 community. Whenever somebody throws a game in Dota 2 and esports, you'll see the Twitch chat just spammed with 322 322.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. No, dude, it's actually insane how like stuff like what she does and other congressmen and women do.
Yeah.
That people who can't do this in like sports, like they can't bet on themselves in sports, but she can do the same thing. It's hilarious.
That being said,
But
though,
there are people who have made like automatic trading like bots that like buy and sell trades. I don't know exactly how it's done, but I've seen videos on it. and it's
AI is
convincing.
powerful. But dude, Dom, we should get involved in learning how to keep up with the news. I feel like my main issue when it comes to stock trading is like I'm really good at paying attention to stocks, but I'm really bad at paying attention to what's happening in our actual world
Yeah.
to know if like something's a reliable investment or not.
Yeah, I feel like 90% of the people who like do that stock trading stuff, it's just Twitter. They just follow the people they need to know about, and then that's it. You know?
Yeah.
That's just my assumption. I don't know though. I don't know. Like NFTs were weird because NFTs they had like no I don't want to say no foundation.
The problem was
But, like-
they had it was too exploitable. That's why.
Yeah.
It was way too because it was on a free-formed market where like it was unregulated. It led to a lot of scamming and rug pulling, and people just like generally just being scum of the earth people, and like, you know, filling people's minds with false promises and never
Yeah.
actually committing to anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what gave it such a bad rep, and that's why so many people stopped caring about it.
Right.
Twitter and Telegram, yeah, Hazard, that sounds about right. Yeah.
It screams correctness. That chat.
Yeah.
I'm looking right now. I literally just typed in on Google how to copy Nancy Pelosi's trades, and there's literally a 10-minute video of this guy just explaining how to track her trades. House Stock Watcher, the website, shows you every trade up to minutes. House Trade Stock Watcher.
I got Dom on a
Watcher.
rant on stream, dude. Easy.
Easy clap.
Are
And
you?
now that everybody gets to hear my voice on stream.
Yeah, well, you've been on stream before, but
Yeah, well, yeah, people can go see my stream if they wanted.
yeah, guys, go
see me
follow
smoke.
Make It. If you guys like watching Tarkov content, go follow twitch.tv/Make It Rainy.
Thanks, bud. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, okay, so this website, House Stock Watcher, tells you every trade that every congressman or woman makes.
I don't know how to
within
shout
minutes.
out, but there you go.
Hey.
Okay, you were saying? Sorry.
This website, House Stock Watcher, it
Yeah.
shows you every trade from every, like, you can literally go through the list of every congressman or woman and click them, and it shows their trades up to minutes after it happens.
Interesting.
Let me peep Nancy's. Hold on. Come here, Nancy Boo.
Nancy boo. Fucking Nancy, dude.
Hey, there you are, shorty. Fucking scarecrow of a woman. Her trade volume is $90 million. Just her trade volume, not counting profit.
Yeah. So Whimsy is saying they have 30 days to report their trades, but that
Right.
doesn't mean that trackers can't find it sooner.
Right. Yeah. So right now I'm looking at the volume of like the sectors of what she trades in. Most, like, I would say, I don't know how to read a pie chart, but I would say roughly 3/4 of her trades are in tech, which doesn't make sense for a congresswoman.
Right.
And she has $54 million in profit just in tech.
And Hazard is asking how often does she lose on trades?
Does not say. Oh, trade type ratio 59% short. Or no, that's not right. I'm an idiot. Hold
That's
on.
short and long holds, right?
That's short and long holds, yeah. It doesn't say whether the losses or wins. It just because. Let me look up the statistics.
I guess it'd
'cause
be
I know
hard to
there's some
figure that
crazy-
out because you'd have to pay attention to her actual like wallet too, right?
Yeah. I can look up her trade statistics. 65% total wins. Average stock portfolio up 25% in 6 months.
25%
no.
in 6 months.
Yeah, where is it? She racked up a 65% return on her stock portfolio in 2023, more than double the S&P 500's 24% gain. So she had almost three times as much gain in her personal portfolio than the S&P 500, which is absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, see, I don't have enough money to put down to get a significant like I can't live off of a 25% a year gain, you know?
But her return though is 65%. So if you copied her trades, you would have a 65 on average would have a 65% return.
Even then, I don't think I'm making enough money.
You have to have a lot of money to put down, but I mean, even if you think about it, like some of her trades, like let me look through some of her trades. Purchase, sale. Hold on. Purchased 100 call options with a stake price of $100. Executed by herself. 200 amount range from 250,000. So it's funny because like she's putting like. So for us, it doesn't seem like a lot of gains, but when you put $1 million down and it jumps by 2
Well,
pips,
yeah.
you're making a couple $100,000 and then you pull it. Whereas
Yeah.
like if you're making like $20, you know, if you put $1,000 down, you're making like $200. Which like if you could do that 10 times in a week, I mean that's $2,000 a week. That's
Yeah, but
$110,000 a year.
but making a 20% gain a week is really tough. That's like
what she's doing.
you said 60
That's what I'm
you
saying.
said she's making 60%.
65% total gains in her trade portfolio. Total 65% total gains. So if you take her total trade volume, she made 65% over that amount. Or 65% of that amount on top. Does that make sense? So like if she wagered $1 million, she gets $650,000 on top. So
I
her
guess
total
it matters
portfolio is 1.
how much she started with, right?
Right. Well, I
Because-
mean, that's why I said like if you have millions of dollars, then like small transactions add up to just a lot more money. Or bigger transactions add to smaller amounts of big money, if that makes sense. How often does she lose on trades? Yeah, I wish it would say after maybe a couple of years you can live off the gains. Yeah, but the thing is you have to keep up with it. It's not like a Roth IRA where like you throw money into it and it just grows.
That's the hard part. Yeah, that's the hard part about investing, at least in in our stock market, it's like the moment you stop watching it is the moment you lose money, and it's like that's the thing. It's hard to work full time and also keep up a stock portfolio and not lose money,
Yeah, for a lot
because
of people, it's like a hobby.
it's something you have to check like once an hour,
Hmm.
at least.
Unless you're capable of automating it, which some people do automated trades, but then you don't get to really track your incomes and your, yeah, or you don't get to track your like.
People that do
Oh my god, I almost
full-time
just knocked
stock
my chair
trading
over.
will literally spend 8 hours of their day every day sitting in front of their computer watching their numbers move around
Oh yeah,
and just like push and
it's
pull.
not fun.
No.
But if you have like a good stock portfolio that where you can like, throw money here, throw money there, yeah, I mean it's possible that if you make, I mean if you really think about it, to make $110,000 a year, which like isn't a lot of money, you have to make $2,000 a week after tax. So really, like let's say like $2,600 a week, and like if you trade 5 days out of the week, I mean 500 something dollars a day is pretty hard.
Yeah.
You have to have a lot of capital for that too,
Yeah.
to be able to profit that much a day.
Yeah, you need like 100 grand or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I find anything more about doing it, copying Nancy Pelosi's trades, I'll let you know.
All right.
Because if we can become millionaires off of just pressing a button because Nancy Pelosi pressed that button, I mean, she's the winningest stock trader in the U.S. right now.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's all has to be common knowledge. It's Freedom of Information Act type stuff. So like, you have every right to see every trade she makes and copy it.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
Um,
But all right, that's my rant.
Dom, I wanted to ask you, by the way, how long are you
You
around
wanted to
today?
ask me. So yeah, I gotta go to work at 11.
Oh, okay. So
That's why I was saying that's my rant.
Gotcha. All right, brother.
Yeah, I'm working all day. I won't be around until. Actually, I have all day tomorrow off, so I might be on like at some point tomorrow. But I'm probably gonna go work on the car with Zach, so we'll see.
Alrighty.
All right, love you, Big Poppy. Enjoy the stream. Bye, chat.
Love you, buddy. I'll see you later.
Love you, buddy. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Later.
Did I mirror my chest piece? I did. I'll show you it after this. But yeah, it's giving me 7,000 energy shield. It was 1,200 energy shield flat on it, and then it has reservation and aura effect. I was able to take all of my cold res out. So every max cold res I had on my tree, I was able to take off, and I swapped it with mark effect. This was on TFT. And then I mirrored these rings, this amulet, these gloves. I made the boots. I mirrored the dagger, but I also made the dagger. And then I had this helmet from a while ago, a long time ago. And then the Aegis was a gift from Fennel. Because I sold mine a while ago. Yeah, you can probably find it on the trade site. If it's owned by Janebu, then it's the same one. Yeah, so the +1 int was giving me a lot of damage, but when I swapped the amulet, I and swapped some things around in the tree, the damage difference, like basically that non-curse aura effect, and some tree changes kind of mitigated the downside. I'm still dealing like 280 mil DPS or something, which is more than enough to justify it. I was able to take 10% reservation out of my tree and tattoos and put that towards global defenses and mark effect. So it ended up working out. What's my currency strat for standard? Well, I was testing out Harbingers for fun, seeing if I could get a fracturing shard stack to drop. I have yet to have one drop. But I was gonna run this for 20 maps, and then I was gonna do a scarab farming strategy that Hazard shared with me. Yeah, I was gonna run scarabs, farm scarabs, and then when I get enough harvest scarabs, do harvest farming. Because hold on, I'm trying to move stuff around on my desk and play the game. Yellow harvest juice is like 1 div for 1,000 in standard, so it's like a really good strategy if you get the scarabs cooking. I was tempted to buy bulk veiled scarabs, dude, and then sell anything that's not a harvest scarab and see if I could make my money back. Veiled scarabs are like 1 div for 20 or something. Whoops, I turned off an aura. Wait, I think there was still a part of the map I didn't get to. Maybe. Just this corner over here. Okay, never mind. We're good. That's all you've been doing. You've done maybe 100 maps, gotten 1 fracturing stack drop, gave you 2.5 fracturing orbs. Yeah. I'm doing 6 Harbies plus the extra Harby craft, and then replace with Harby boss and rare currencies and drop a single currency type. Excuse me. And you know, haven't seen anything crazy yet. But I was just running a test for 20 maps to see what would happen, just because I had them, and then I was gonna go do this scarab farming strat to continue doing harvest. So we'll see what happens. We got like 5 maps left to do. Try and hit the nuts. Hit a stack of mirror shards. Get 2.5 mirrors real quick. I've had a mirror shard for the amount of harbingers that I've killed, which is a lot. It is a lot. I've dropped a single mirror shard once. Odds are low, basically non-existent. Well, let me tell you, if you do hit that, it's like GG, dude. Yeah, I was just doing 20 maps because I really enjoy farming harbingers, even though they're not typically the most consistent profit. They're just fun. Should probably favorite Plateau as my favorited map, by the way. This map is brain dead easy to get through. It's a big circle. I'm finding a lot of scarabs too, but I need more because we aren't hitting scarabs that are really that great. Couple more bucks. Hey, let's go. Easy pickings, easy pickings. Dude, that's one thing I wish I went to college for instead of art is programming. I when I was in high school, I used to make games in Game Maker. So there's like a game engine called Game Maker, and it lets you like make 2D games. It was really simple, but it had like a basic coding language, and I was able to pick it up pretty quickly. But I've just never gotten behind coding like C# or any of the other C languages. Oh, I'm not good at it. That's true. You can just look up how to code most things. Yeah, coding is something I wanted to learn, man. Because I have the art skills now for making video games. I don't need to go over there. I have the art skills to make video games. Like I can animate, uh I can make 2D models, 2D art stuff. So I can make a 2D game. I can't do 3D. 3D is another beast, but I know how to do 3D. I'm just bad at it. But I can do 2D, but I don't know how to code, so I don't know how to make video games. It's a skill set I wanted to learn, though. It's just tedious to learn, dude, but I feel like once I learn it and, like, understand it, that it could actually be greatly beneficial for my future. Might be something I buckle down and learn. Yeah, dude, I'm thinking like there's a lot, you know, there's courses all over the place for coding. Yeah, I was thinking about going on to like Skillshare and getting like a $5 subscription on Skillshare to just watch some coding courses and at least learn the basics to start. You don't have to do that. Can I just ask ChatGPT how to code? Or go to YouTube. Go.engine, they have a free full course on how to start learning code and make games. Go.engine. What coding language do they use? Or do they teach with? Similar to Python. I'd like to learn C++. It seems to be the most universally used language. At least for game creation, because things like Unity game engine and stuff use C++ as their operating language. I'll look into it. But yeah, I'm gonna do a bit of research. So Unity technically does both. Can you give me an example of what games have been made in Godot that are like popular? Halls of Torment was made in Godot. Brotato. Well, I've heard of Dome Keeper, I've heard of Brotato, I've heard of Halls of Torment. I've heard of Cruelty Squad. I've heard of Usagi Shima, but I haven't really played it. Oh, and I've heard of Cassette Beasts. All right, I've heard of most of these. Okay, you might be onto something. Yeah, maybe I'll do that, dude. Because when I was in high school and I was making things in Game Maker, dude, like it was I felt so so accomplished every time I managed to make something work in code. It was like unlocking pieces of my brain, dude. It was nuts. It just felt so correct. It just felt right. Maybe I'll work on a game, dude. Maybe I'll make a game. Because I do have an idea. So, okay, well, here's the thing. I have an idea for a game. I don't want to go too far into it, but it is like a card-based game. But and it's a CCG with a really interesting playstyle to it. It has an unconventional turn-based system. I don't want to give it a. I don't want to like. It's dude. That's the thing. I think the idea is so good that I don't want to share it. But basically, it's got a system that allows both players to play their turn at the same time, and then both players' turns play at the same time too. Yeah, I know you're not Hazard, but my power charge is getting stolen. Yes, okay. I was wondering what was happening here. But the issue I'm gonna have is how many art assets is gonna be required. Because I can make art assets, but we're talking about like 300 different cards, right? All with full-blown art. Like, I don't know if I have the capability of doing that. But who knows? Maybe I flesh out everything, get all the art, get all the assets put together, get the game rules down, get it all set in my mind, right? And then I learn coding afterwards, after I've got all the art put together for it. That way it forces me to commit to learning coding. Because I'll already have all the assets put together. Because I do think that this game idea has legs, but it's just going to require a lot of art and a lot of balancing. For an indie game, it's going to be a lot of work. But as somebody who's played card games since they were like 8 years old, it's something I've got a good mindset for. I feel like I'm very good at balancing cards in a card game, managing 300 different working parts, having them all be kind of on the same power level. And then I can always test it in Tabletop Simulator as well. Hazard, know that you've inspired someone today. I don't get it. What don't you get? It's just made another 100 House of Mirrors. What? You gotta just shout out another 11 mirrors. Whimsy, you gave me like exactly enough currency to get my build finished. Or let me put finished in quotation marks. I mean, from here out on out for this build, it's all about pushing the 1% needle, right? At this point, which is going to cost a lot more. But getting the build where I like to a point where like my idea is coming together. It was like a perfect amount of currency. So I thank you for that. And I'm glad you made your 100 House of Mirrors that you gave me, or the 90 House of Mirrors that you gave me. I'm glad you made those back, buddy. Much love, Hazard. Thank you for the inspiration, dude. I think I am going to actually act on that. You're welcome, and thank you as well. You know what's funny to me, Whimsy, is how you're gambling these House of Mirrors. I guess my question is, what are you doing it for? I mean, except for the sake of gambling, the sake of the dopamine. Like, what's your goal now that you have your Forbidden Right build like down to a perfection? More is always better. Ain't that the truth? With a little bit of tweaking, I could make this build an Ice Spear build. I was thinking about what I could do with Ice Spear. Is it actually perfect? It's damn near close. Yeah. It's about as perfect as you're gonna get it. He could maybe find like an extra 1% damage, 1% defenses if he spent like many mirrors getting there, but like that's just reaching the point of ridiculousness at that point. So still, dude, 10% when you're dealing 500 million, I feel like you'd be better off starting a new project. Is there any other? Yeah, exactly. Is there any other builds that you like have an interest in making, Whimsy? Surely, I mean, I know Forbidden Right's like your favorite build, but surely there's something else that interests you. Cockeye Spear. Power Siphon, Archmage, Giga Mana stacking. Ugh. Gives me chills when you say mana stacker, dude. as somebody who likes to stack auras, when you say mana stacker, I just cringe because I'm like, oh god, no auras. Isn't it like mana stacker always just has one aura and that's it? Skill auto aims and shoots, you just walk? Well, what do you think I'm doing right now? I just hold right click and drag my mouse around. Everything else plays for me. Can't you only... I thought you could only use one aura because you need to keep your mana pool open. Damage based on max mana? Doesn't care about reserve mana. Oh. So not Indigon or Ignomen or whatever it's called. It's not using the funny hat with the eyeball. Ignomen? I think it's Ignomen. I can't remember. It's Ig something. Dude, I did one of these tier 17 maps yesterday. I beat it, but I died 3 times. And it was 97% reduced area of effect of my skills. My Cyclone, I literally had to stand perfectly on top of things to deal damage. It was horrible. Lamau, double reflect. Is that one mod? That is one mod. Oh, it's fucked. Dude, these boots could be so much better. I hate that it's 20% quality. Oh, I hate that it's 20% quality. There's 3 things that I want from these boots still. 10% more quality. 6 mod for more energy shield. And a corrupted implicit. All of which seem really hard to pull off, and also not worth it. I got a chance to block on my Aegis. I spent 2 Henochorus locks and like 200 divines rolling for a perfect explicit roll. And then like 30 divines getting it white socketed. But yeah, this is a really nice Aegis now. But yeah, I got the legacy flask, so really the only thing left to do is work further on the boots or move on to something else. But for the time being, I'm just gonna keep farming. All right, let's look at Hazard's build, or Hazard's planner, I mean. Right. So we got a third tree. We go up through here. Down. Blocking everything except for Black Thumb. We gonna go around. Grab all these scarabs found in your maps nodes. Grabbing Torment. Grabbing Rogue Exiles. I'll get... I skipped a block? Oh, I did. Thank you. I didn't know what you meant by that at first. I was like, oh, I'll get around to filling all this out, don't worry. But then I realized what you were talking about. Yeah, I specifically want Harvest, so I'm cool with that. Okay, I think I got everything. Yeah, should be 20 points left, right? Or so? Because this is 112 points. Oh, wait, I need these. Why is it using... Oh, it's using the old plan... Hold on a second. There we go. Okay. I need to update the planner. I need to get up there too. One, two, three. Do I have to... Where do I have... Yeah, it is 132. I had to update the planner. It's good now. So I have 129 points. I have to quickly do these. And this one. Damn it. I just have to quickly run these maps for the last passive points. I probably did. Just give me a second, Hazard. Let me get this out of the way. Oh, there's one. Lava Chamber is such an annoying map, dude. Yeah, that's fine. It's about getting scarabs, right? Forcing the odds the best we can. If we could force exactly what scarabs we wanted to farm, it would be too easy. All right. Yeah, I definitely. So that's what I was saying too, or what I was thinking too, was that there's 3 points that I have somewhere that I shouldn't have. But I don't know where. Oh, it's these. Wouldn't I want to do this? And then I run. Yeah, okay. And then I run all the Anarchy Scarabs. or these three anarchy scarabs that you have listed here. Okay, there's only three. If you want to go altar, take any quant/rarity and scarab dupe. Or you can drop altar and take until rogue trader from beginning. For 4th scarab slot, use either pack size scarab or use duplicate of rogue exile scarab. Do these have a limit? Okay. Adjacent map drop? Oh. You're talking about right here? I could put that here instead. So you say 4th scarab, so I'm using these three. So you're saying use magic pack size? Or duplicate rogue exile? Should I do this? Because this is a limit of 1. Well, are we trying to stack rogue exiles or rares, right? Because rogue exiles are unique enemies. Yeah, fuck it. I'll try this. Then you say 8 mod maps as much quant as possible, of course. I need to pick a new map to run. You can run Thicket. Thicket's fine. Alright, this is gonna take a second. That one's corrupted, that one's corrupted. I don't need to alk. I like to alk for good luck. And also, if I alk them, then even if the map is not 8 mod corrupted, it still could be usable for something later down the line. You never know. And also, I have a million alk orbs in div cards, so it's not like I'm worried about losing alk orbs. As long as alking doesn't inherently drop like lower, if it decreases my chance of 8 modding, then I won't. But I don't think it does that. Yeah, I've got a million chisels too. That's another thing I'm not concerned about. Gotcha. Oh. God damn it, I don't have enough space for that. Okay, any maps with regen get destroyed. Any maps with reflect LE. Reflect fizz, that's fine. Reflect LE, get out of here. Get out of here. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Too bad there's no way to sort for 8 mod. I just kind of go off of the quantity. I see anything over 100% quantity is typically an 8 mod. That one has increased item quantity on it. I'm willing to run that. Even though it's not 8 modded. And we need one more map. There was one with 100% that I skipped over, I think. Yeah, this one. Cool. We'll try this. Map recipe. We're just doing quant, I assume. Anarchy. Ah. All right. Anarchy, blue altar, tons of rogue exiles. Here we go. Let's see how this goes. All right. Can always use more Val Orbs, that's for sure. Go for quant. Sheesh. Scallops. It's working, it's working. We don't need either of those. Give me these plateau maps, baby. I'm excited. It's kind of working. Kind of working. Yeah, we'll see if any of the uniques end up becoming anything. I don't fucking need that. All right. Not bad. I'm just looking at what scarabs we're actually getting to get an idea. Oh, we definitely got a lot of Harby scarabs, no doubt. Oops. Oh, whatever. That's whatever. I do think I am gonna go for a loot after type beat though. Just blast. It's tough when I don't have explode because of the frickin' immunity to ailments mod on the map. When I say tough, I'm talking about it's just like hard to hit all the stuff on the screen to kill everything in an area and not leave stragglers. I know these maps are no threat though. I'm definitely getting scarabs, no doubt. I'm definitely seeing lots of Harbinger scarabs. As for harvest scarabs though. Yeah, I'm very familiar with giant rogue exiles from Valdo's maps. It's a rogue exile that splits into two, that then both of those split into two. It's like basically 6 rogue exiles in one spot. Yeah, I think I will try on specking Harby. Stuff this here. I'm also curious to see like, do you think it's better to do oops. Do you think it's better to do um 4 more rogue exiles or get 30% additional chance to be rogue giant? Like, do you think this is better? I'm gonna test it. Because the giant rogue exiles are technically like 6 and 1, so doubling my chances for that might be pretty good. Interesting. I think it was better the other way. What was over here? Some junk. I think I prefer the alternative. Do one more. Okay. lot of quant altars in this one. Yeah, dupe altars would go nuts for sure. I mean, that wasn't bad. It feels like, I mean, that was a big amount of quant altars, but it feels like I could go either way. It would do fine both ways. My build is so nice, dude. I worked hard for this. I Yeah, it feels about the same exactly. I think it's cheaper to do this. So I think I would rather do this. Um yeah, I worked hard begging Whimsy for money to let me make this build. But no, I've been developing the Creeping Frost build for a while now. It's a night and day difference between if they get ailment avoidance or not. If they get ailment avoidance, there's a lot of stragglers, but otherwise it's really good. Bill just shreds through everything and then leaves behind a cold dot pool to handle anything that I miss. Oh, scarab dupes. Scarab dupe. Followed by none of my scarabs duping. Hell yeah. And not a single scarab was duplicated that day. Yeah, there's a lot of head scratching going on trying to put this build together with legacy gear. I should loot the scarabs as I go because it's kind of a pain to run around and find them all afterwards. Dude. Didn't get a single scarab to duplicate. Crazy. Yeah, big scamas on that. If you play standard, you always take trades, dude. No matter what. It's part of being... It's an act of service and part of being in the standard league. Your job is to take trades. Yeah, I got scammed big time out of that one. Something that would be cool is to make a legacy magic find build. You got Divine Necromod today on your first harvest? What's that? I haven't seen anything on the new league. Really? What's the Divine Necromod? Does that mean like you get a pack that drops divines? So like mods of each kind at the mod pack and the map. Yeah, okay. So there's one that just says like they have a chance to drop divs. Okay. I'm gonna guess you dropped 2 divines. More than 1, but not more than 1. Really? Zero pog, dude. That's classic. Yeah, been there, dude. I've hit divine altars last league. I think I hit 4 divine altars last league total. And the last 2 that I hit, both were right at the end of the map. And I got nothing out of it. I think a total out of all 4 of those altars, I got maybe 15 divines. All of them combined. Yeah, dude, the necropolis mechanic looks like crap. Yeah, it sucks when that happens. One's given scarabs. I have reduced cooldown recovery rate in this map or something. No. I'm like missing some of my attacks or something. Maybe I'm just crazy. Oh, dude, I explored this map so weirdly. Pretty much killed farming scarabs with Blight and Deli, so this is the next best thing I could think of. Are veiled scarabs farmable? Or is that just what replaced sextants and stuff for old scarabs and old sextants? Or is there actually a way to get veiled scarabs? Kind of. You get them from Delve. Ugh. Delve is too purple, dude. It's too much purple in Delve, bro. Or not purple. Too much blue in Delve. I don't know why I said purple. Oh, I was like, my hits aren't connecting. I'm realizing what it is now, dude. My power charges are getting stolen. Yeah, no. Trust me, I ain't gonna do no delving. That is not for me. I like that there's so many scarabs, but I also kind of hate that there's so many scarabs. Makes them take up a lot of room. Also, it means it's hard to find the ones you actually want. Speaking of ones I actually want, I did just get one that I wanted. We are seeing more Harvest Scarabs. Which one's 40 div? God damn, there's too many in my inventory. Which scarab are you talking to? Wait, what? There's a... Oh, there is a... I thought you were saying there is one, like I got one. There's a divination scarab. I think I have the one you're talking about. Talking about this one. This one. Like 5 to 10 div in standard. Headhunter's a 25 div, no surprise. Headhunter's a shit belt. These ones are 4 div. Yeah, dude, Headhunter's garbage now. I've watched them nerf and corrupt. I've watched them nerf and buff Headhunter like 5 times over the course of my career. Over the course of my PoE career. Fucking betrayal, dude. Well, don't you think that there's too many on market because nobody's buying them? Or maybe it's because too many people are farming the card for it. People are farming doctors, which I don't understand why you'd farm doctors instead of apothecaries when they have the same weighting.
There's only one fate for sweet Exile. You can start the beast. You will not leave. Just do it. Wait, what? The more tightly fit, the gears still rotate.
Way too many cards. Yeah, I'm surprised people are farming doctor cards.
You think I'm going to say? How about some old?
Better a deal than having to kill you, old man.
That probably makes... Dude, that probably makes opening div cards shitty. The idea of pulling a doctor and it only being worth like 5 divines, if that. And to be fair, the full stacks uh, the full stack scarab is really hard to find. But even though they're hard to find, they do exist. But I had like 3,200 veiled scarabs. I opened all of them. I got one of those div cards scarabs. Doctors are 3 div, yeah. Yeah, stack deck's feeling kind of dead. Yeah, if Headhunter ain't worth shit, then strategy gets a lot harder. I like how they said like Detonate Dead was gonna be more obviously telegraphed. I still can't fucking tell when it's happening. Dropping so many port maps, bro. Yucky. True, but still. When I'm covering my screen in blue explosions, how am I supposed to see what's on the ground? Summon Chaos Golem, dude. Yeah, no, Creeping Frost completely covers my screen. Can't tell a damn thing that's happening. Duplicated scarabs. Oh, baby. Ooh, it's working. It was like every rogue exile on the map in one spot. Fuck. It's working. It's working. We're pogging. It might not look like a lot of scarabs, but it's a lot of the same scarab. I love the idea of like some random exile showing up inside an arena where a boss is just chilling, just minding his own business, scratching his nuts or something. And all of a sudden, random fuck exile over here comes flying in, dude, blasting everything. Just all of a sudden, the entire area is just wiped out with cold explosions. When I say exile, I'm talking about me. It's like I just walk in there and just blow everything up. Just come walking in going, "What's up, fuckers?" And then dropping a nuke in the area, and the entire place is just covered in ice. Yeah, you're all just vibing out in the dank dark woods of the thicket. You see a blue flash of light. All of a sudden, one motherfucker comes out of nowhere and just comes blasting through. Everything's wiped out in an instant. Just nuke an entire village of beasts for scarabs. Like, sorry, dude. I wanted the, like, weird fucking bug thing that you carry around. Scarab duplication. Too bad the fucking map is done. Doggy carries items for you? What are you talking about? Like a dog in PoE now that carries items? Or is this RP and I'm just not woke enough to realize? Okay, it was RP. Oh, that's kind of neat. What am I stuck on? I get petrified? What the hell? Not enough ailments to avoid. Here's another one. Avoid petrification, idiot. That was a fat exile. You're right. Big loots. Big loot. Eventers. Hit. Ooh, it sucks. The hell was that? Just blinked on something. Couldn't even tell what it was. Plateau map. Plateau map. We'll hit the harvest on the at the end. Ritual might be the play. Keep appearing afterwards, maybe. I can't stand doing ritual, dude. Even if it is the play, I'd honestly probably just not want to do it. Give me that. Give me this. Give me that. Harvest me. I know, but I hate clicking the ritual thing and having to like sit there for a second and then they all spawn and you know what I mean? I don't know. It's a weird gripe I have with it. Might have something to do with that. Was the first one of the first leagues that I of like Path of Exile that I actually like played more than a few hours in. Because although I started in Heist League, I barely played in Heist League. What's happening? You have like some of your old characters. You didn't know much about the game? No. I actually played on a different account back then. This account was made at the start of it's either Santa League or Calandra League or something like that. The old account was free to play Andy, like junk. But it was on Steam, and I just didn't want to have Steam open while playing the game, because I realized how demanding it was for performance to play Path of Exile. And at the time, I had a really shitty laptop. No, I'm not on Steam. Nope. No, this is the standalone client. Big scarabs. Big boy scarabs. I'm still sad you can't put scarabs in a memory, dude. Imagine if you could put scarabs in a memory. What that would do for the availability of beasts, harvest beasts and stuff. Yeah, you can do it in T17s, yep. Yeah, T17s are actually hard as fuck, though. And also, you can't corrupt them, but it's still more quantity. Let's see, can I do this one? Move speed, attack speed, cast speed, endurance. Endurance, Fizz is extra chaos. Players have 50% less defenses and reduced effect in non-curse auras. I don't know what drowning orbs are. 50% less defenses sounds shitty, but I'm willing to try this. It's not that bad. With more map effect, this might drop my energy shield to unusable levels, but we'll see. Yeah, 3k ES. This will be fun. Just freeze everything. I just learned what a drowning orb is. It's the writhing invitation orbs. Or the Eater of World orb things. genuinely surprised at the fact that I'm living so easily in here. Bossing's gonna be hard. I think the boss is probably... I'm gonna have to be able to dodge moves. I don't know what the fuck's hitting me over here. We'll loot after. Another thing about T17 is the maps are fucking ginormous. I'm gonna have to run around and loot all this shit later. Problem is I can't stop to pick things up. Alright, let me portal here. Can't stop to pick things up until the whole map's cleared. Otherwise I'm gonna get rolled by some random damage somewhere. Oops. I hear something. Oh. Like that. Couldn't even see an enemy on my screen. I think the scarab drops are the same, it's just really spread out. But yeah, nothing crazy. Nothing where it justifies running tier 17 for this strat. Alright, that'll do. For loot, it's probably better, yeah. I mean, it's massive and has more quant. Like, scientifically or mathematically, I guess. More so. It should for sure be more scarabs. The only issue is the map's enormous, so time-wise, I'm not too sure. Alright, this boss might not be completable, but we'll give it a try. The hard part is dodging the beams that are gonna come around. Sick. Where was I supposed to stand there, dude?
I will not rest until this land is cleansed.
Fuck you, game. I'll get him. Bruh, why is there an orb in here? Get owned, idiot. Fog. Excellent drops. Good loot. Sick boss drops, dude. Reasons I will be doing tier 16s. Is it better? Yes. But maps are fucking ginormous. I can't be bothered. I'm too lazy and I'm playing standard. Wait till T18s come out. They'll have better camera, more battery life. Yeah, for the Uber content, dude. Can't wait. Instead of pressing 11 buttons and to kill one pack of enemies, you'll have to push 15 buttons. I gotta reposition the way I'm sitting right now. It's hurting my legs. Oh, okay. How many scarabs? Okay, we got 6 harvest doubling scarabs from the strat so far in about 15 maps. It's not that bad. Got a lot of scarabs and a lot of other things that we'll probably never use, but yeah, I don't think there is a better system. I think this is what we have to do. I think you could probably optimize the strat further if you were also running June for betrayal. But yeah, it's kind of hard to push this much further without like magic find or something, I feel like. So that'll probably be our next standard goal if we decide to work on something new in standard. But I don't know if I have the motivation to do that. Cringe with rogue exiles. Yeah. Yeah, magic find's probably your best bet. If you make magic find in standard, you'd be surprised at how crazy standard magic find builds can get. They're pretty good. Oh, fuck. Magic find builds are insane in standard. Yeah. Yep, they're pretty nuts. You can get your quant up to like 120% or something. And then still be able to like full clear a map without dying at tier 16. Yeah, it can get pretty insane. But it's also definitely one of the most expensive things to do in standard. 230 quant. That is ridiculous, man. Was the screen just coded in divines? Divines and mirrors everywhere. Probably not, but it's probably dropping a lot of shit. Probably a lot of belts. That being said, with the headhunter nerf, question mark, you know? The problem is they didn't nerf headhunter, they nerfed the global mod, which globally affects headhunter no matter where you got it, when you got it. Yeah, I'm sure he was hiding like 90% of everything. Yeah, the global nerf to headhunter is probably going to make Magic Find feel pretty bad. That being said, I'm sure you could get away with a Mage Blood version. Yeah, with the nerf. I'm assuming he was running Tornado Shot, but I don't know for sure. But you could just, I mean, Mage Blood on a Magic Find build is totally doable. Especially with Legacy Flasks. Yeah, it was Tornado Shot, yeah. Yeah, Tornado Shot got nerfed too, which is gonna make Magic Find feel worse as well. But yeah, it's probably Mage Blood now. Yeah, I have Legacy Heat Shivers, just none with the TS enchantment. Yeah, in League, I'm sure it's a dead archetype. Yeah, I played the last time I played Tornado Shot was maybe I did play it in Affliction. I know I tried to make Magic Find in Affliction. I fucking did not have fun doing it. But that's just because I just don't like playing Magic Find that much. But I made like an actual Tornado Shot build the league before, which for some reason I'm blanking on what the mechanic before Affliction even was. Toda, yeah. Caustic Pathfinder, no. I've never once touched Caustic Arrow. I use Caustic Arrow for League Start. Oops. And nothing else. And I use it only till I can get Toxic Rain up and active. Yeah, fast TP to hideout, exactly. That map was basically done anyways. Nope, that's what happens when you take like 4 altars that all have minus 50 lightning res on them and then stand in a lightning ball explosion. 15k energy shield, more like one shot, dude. More like you'll die in one hit. Well, this map's shitting out scarabs. The standard box Ice Nova, I'm pretty sure you'll get one shot at least once with 15k capped gold. Definitely not. If I have capped, first of all, I only have 85% in this map, but which is weird. What's making me do that? Less aura effect. That's what'll do it. But yeah, no, Ice Nova's not that strong. Yeah, I still think I'd be fine. The reason I got annihilated by that lightning explosion was because I had alter mods that were reducing my lightning res by like 100%. I was taking the full blast. And then also, obviously, it's shotguns, right? Ice Nova's just one hit. Unfortunately, I can't exactly force an Ice Nova to exist. Otherwise, I would show you. What am I stuck on? Hello, head pat. What's up, brother? Need these rogue exiles to relax, man. These guys are going too ham. Just chilling. Haven't played PoE in like a week now. Yeah, I came back. Yeah, this is my third day playing, but I've been playing standard. I was just getting the PoE itch, so I decided to do standard so that I don't have to do league start because I don't want to do league start. Just not in the mood to do league. Standard, the most popular league this time around. I know, right? The hell is this doing in here? Yeah, I've been having fun on standard. I never like once worked on like a legacy build with legacy gear and like make him a cracked out cast on crit character. So I turned my cast on crit creeping frost into a legacy build. It's got like 120k armor, 90% res, 15 power charges, 15k energy shield. It's a very nice build. 2 days ago or something, we worked on. We worked on this dagger. We got the +1 to level of all spell skill gems on a power charge dagger, triple synth. And we decided, well, that's what after I finished this, I decided, okay, this will give me a reason to play standard. Do I like Val Temples? They're all right. I've got 72 of them. Yeah, I was just farming scarabs, trying to get scarabs for the strats that I actually want to do. It applies to elemental damage. Or yeah, non-chaos damage, sorry. All non-chaos. So since I'm cold damage, it gives me basically 5% of cold damage as extra chaos, which is basically just a flat 5% more multiplier. And that mod's tied to the increased spell damage mod, which is why we take it in the first place. It's technically not universal because Forbidden Rite doesn't want that mod, right? Because non-chaos damage is extra chaos, doesn't do anything. They'd rather have the 79% increased spell damage with mana regen. But after 98 Hinakora's locks and like 30 Ashlings later, we decided to settle because we couldn't find it. But yeah, we got her done. Is my screen wigging out? What the hell? I just glanced over at my OBS and it was like freaking out. Looks fine now. Maybe it was just my eyes. We got an Abyss socket. So this has cooldown. This is cool. This has cooldown recovery on it, right? So I can get 3% cooldown recovery on a searching eye jewel and put it in an Abyss socket, and then I don't need it on my boots, which lets me get tier 1 int on the boots instead of CDR. And then it also has legacy energy shield as well. And then this is just insane. This is 1.2k energy, flat energy shield on a chest piece. And then this is legacy crit multi with legacy +1 to level of all int skill gems. It's also busted. Yeah. This is recombined. Yep. This is a recombinated chess piece. Just like these are recombinated rings. It has these both have +1 power charge in the affixes. So these are recombinated as well. And then we've got the Crucible Shield with an extra power charge. Chance to avoid being shocked, making Storm Shroud very good. So we have Storm Shroud in the build too, and then just increased flat defenses. And then we Divine rolled it to perfect, and then Hinakora's lock corrupted for chance to block. Yeah, you have to recombinate them. Yep. Yep. You have to recombinate them. If you can recombinate it and get it on a triple synth base, then you don't need these 3 synth implicits. to like combine over, you can just roll the implicits naturally on the ring once the explicits are done. But it's really hard because you can't imprint, so you kind of are almost forced to recombinate the implicits on last. Yeah, it's tough. We started trying to put together a ring like this with Legacy Energy Shield on it as well. We couldn't get it done. You just use the recombinators from Sentinel League. It's like the jewelry recombinators. The power charge itself it was something to do with Sentinel. That definitely only existed in Sentinel League. It was something you could drop on jewelry. You could force it. I can't remember how people were getting extra charges in their items, but yeah. Anyways, you caught me at the end of my stream. I was literally gonna finish these maps and then head off. I think one of those upgrades on the tree added random mods to drops or something. Okay. Yeah, it was dude, Sentinel happened like years ago. But yeah, I have to go get and do real life stuff now. Oh. I know. I'm sorry. I should be online tomorrow. But yeah. Yeah, feel free to send me another tree. I'd be down to mess around with some other ideas. It'll give me something to do on stream tomorrow. All right, brother. I will see you guys later. Have a good day.